प्रचोदयाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जयो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्या प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्या प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय निताय गौरचंद्रा जय निताय गौरचंद्रा जय निताय गौरचंद्रा गौरा 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 हरि हरि बोल गौरा 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 हरि हरि बोल गौरा 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 हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदा शील प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा शील प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की जय। Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, it's delightful and heart-warming to see Vaishnava devotees joining together in devotion. Hare Krishna, Suguna Mataji, Danda Pranams. Hare Krishna, Shani Mataji, Danda Pranams. Hare Krishna, Nagendra Kanya Mataji, Danda Pranams. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Rajkiran Prabhuji, Danda Pranams. Let's start by bowing down to Srila Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna. He spreads the teaching of devotion all around. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. All glories to Nitai Gaurachandra, all glories to Lord Jagannath, and let our voice raise in jubilation, glorify victory to Sri Sri Radha Shyam Sundar. Let's open our heart in devotion together. If anyone would like to share the Mangala Charan prayer, now this is the perfect moment. Let's embrace this time in spiritual unity and celebration. Hare Krishna. Sugna Mataji, would you like to do the Mangala Charan?
Ma.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Sendil. Hare Krishna, Sendil. Prabhuji, Danda Pranams. Sauryamya?
I can do it, Mataji, if no
Sure,
one wants
Mataji,
to do it.
yeah, sure, yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, let her go. Go ahead.
Okay, okay.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitamyena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Savitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadasi Sovadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sita Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavansha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Samsajimam Sadvaitam Sabhadutam Sparijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhantansha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopicha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Sapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvarasute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhacha Kripa Sindhacha Eva Chapatidana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Mo Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Mo Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Namaho Vishnu Padaya Krishna Virsaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dinamane Namaho Vishnu Padaya Krishna Virsaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dinamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashchata Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Mo Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Mataji.
Hari Bol, Suguna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for your inspiring recitation. It is truly uplifting to the witness the devotion in everyone's heart. Let's continue to share this divine energy together. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Vedovyasa Priya Swaminiti Namini Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashtatya Deshatarine. So thank you all for kindly joining this morning session. This is my fourth session to this Bishma Stuti. Let's explore a beautiful prayer by Bhishma, one of the great warrior from the Mahabharata. This prayer is all about Krishna and it's called Bhishma Stuti. Ready? Let's go. Let's start that sharing the screen. Give me a second. Hare Krishna Shyamala Mataji, Tando Pranams Mataji. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9. So, last week we saw this one, right? Can anyone recite this sloka? Matajis? 33. Oh, sorry. 33. This one. Can anyone recite this? Mataji's, Prabhuji's.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can I try?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.9.33. Tribhuvana Kamanam Tama. Oh, this is the Bishma Stuti, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Sorry, I thought, okay.
That's okay.
Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalavarnam Ravikara Gauravarambaram Dadane Vapurala Kalavara Vapurala Kakula Vratananapcham Vijaya Sakera Tirastu Me Navadya. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. So, last week we saw this, right? Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalavarnam. Imagine Krishna, who is so charming that everyone in the three worlds, heaven, earth and the underworld, loves him. So, his skin is a beautiful and dark as a tamal tree. Ravikara Gauravarambaram Tadane. Krishna dressed in bright yellow garments that shine like the sun rays. Vapur ala kakula vritananabjam. Krishna's body is surrounded by decorations and he wears a garland made of beautiful flowers. Vijaya Sakhera Tirastu Me Navadya. Bhishma ends his prayer by saying, "O Krishna, friend of Arjuna, may my love for you be pure and perfect." So, Bhishma is telling us how wonderful Krishna looks and how much love he has for Krishna. Isn't it amazing how Bhishma described Krishna's beauty and his devotion? Try to picture Krishna in your mind as Bhishma saw him and feel the love and admiration in Bhishma's words. This week we will see text 36. Can anyone recite this sloka, Matajis?
Okay. Sloka.
This Bhishma Stuti. No problem, I can read. Text 36. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text 36, Bhishma Stuti. Vyavahita pratana mukam nirikshya Svajanavadat vimukhasya dosha buddhya kumati maharatat mavityayas charanaratir paramasya tasya mestu. Vyavahita pratana mukham nirikshya. Observing the faces turned away due to separation. Let's start with the first line. Imagine seeing the faces of those who feel separated. How do you think this sense of separation affects their behavior and decisions? Can anyone share a personal experience where feeling separated from others
Painful, Mataji.
influence their actions? Yes, Mataji, yeah.
Painful.
Yeah. If we separated our loved ones, right?
Right. painful, anxiety provoking. When you're gonna see him, how are you gonna see him? Am I gonna be away from him for the rest of my life? Things like that.
Yeah.
Feelings of separation and sadness and anxiety.
Yeah. So this is the first line. So the second line, Swajanavadatat Vimukas, seeing it as a fault. Next, Bhishma talks about people turning away from harming their own family, considering it's wrong. Have you ever faced a situation where doing the right thing conflicted with your duty to family or friends? How did you handle it? Kumati Maharatat Abhityayas, because of poor judgment and ignorance. Here Bhishma mentions that poor judgment and ignorance are the reasons behind their actions. Can anyone think of a time when a lack of understanding led to a mistake or inaction? How did you overcome it? Mataji, how did you overcome it?
Mataji, you sit quietly and think about and what is good and bad and ask somebody who is closer to you how you want to deal with the issues. So organizing your thoughts, problem solving, not to be frantic and think what's the best thing that you could do in circumstances like that. Surrender to God if you can solve it and sit for that.
Yes, Mataji. Charanaratir paramasya tasya mestu. May I have unwavering devotion to his Supreme Lord's feet. Finally, Bhishma expresses his desire for unwavering devotion to the Supreme Lord. In moments of confusion or difficulty, where did you find your strength or refuge? Who or what helps you stay focused and devoted? Let's bring it all together now. How does the sense of separation, conflicting duties, poor judgment, and seeking refuge in the divine connect in your own life? Feel free to share your thoughts or stories. This text 36, what are the reasons behind people turning away from their duties? And how does Bhishma seek to address this issue?
Because he is in a helpless situation.
Mm-hmm.
He is stuck in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
He can't say anything because he has to serve Duryodhana, but at the same time he doesn't like what he is doing. So he's basically describing God, and you are the one who have to help me, basically. Internally he's praying Lord Krishna to solve, and then meditating on him with the feelings of separation and feelings of abandonment. And he's stuck, and I'm in a helpless situation. So help me out.
Yes, Mataji. Bhishma, that people turn away from their duties, such as killing their own kin due to the sense of separation, poor judgment and ignorance. He observes that these individuals view their action as fault because of their dualistic perception and lack of true understanding. To address this issue, Bhishma prays for unwavering devotion to the Supreme Lord's feet, recognizing that true refuge and guidance come from this divine connection. Now, next sloka. Swanigamam apahaya mat pradijñam rutam adhikartum avapluto radasta dhritarata charanom yayaschaladgur haririvahantumibam kadot tariya. Bhishma continues his heartfelt praises to Lord Krishna, highlighting a specific and significant moment from the Mahabharata. Let's break down and delve into each line to understand its deeper meaning and implications. Swanigamam apahaya ma pradignyam, setting aside his own oath to fulfill my promise. Bhishma recounts a moment when Krishna, in his infinite compassion and commitment to his devotees, chose to set aside his own vow. Krishna had vowed not to take up arms in the battle of Kurukshetra. However, to protect Arjuna and to uplift Bhishma's vow that he would force Krishna to take up arms, Krishna was willing to break his own promise. Leaped down from the chariot to keep the truth. So, despite being the charioteer, Krishna leaped down from the chariot, prepared to attack Bhishma to ensure that truth and dharma were upheld. This act signifies the length to which the Lord will go to protect his devotees and uphold the righteousness. With the wheel of the chariot in his hand, he rushed towards me, his upper garment falling off. Krishna picked up a chariot wheel, using it as an improvised weapon, and charged towards Bhishma with fierce determination. His upper garment slipped off his shoulder as he advanced, displaying an image of divine fury and protective zeal. Like a lion going to kill an elephant, Bhishma compares Krishna's charge to a lion attacking an elephant. This powerful imagery showcases Krishna's majestic and fearsome aspect when he is protecting Dharma and his devotees despite his vow of non-violence in the battle. Krishna's protective nature overruled and he embodied the ultimate warrior spirit to protect Arjuna and ensure the victory of righteousness. The supreme compassion and commitment of Lord Krishna, his willing to break his own oath, underscores the divine principle that the Lord's love and protection for his devotees transcend even his own rules. Bhishma's vivid recollection of this moment serves as a testament to Krishna's unparalleled devotion to Dharma and his devotees. Bhishma's prayer serves as a reminder to all devotees of the boundless grace and protection that Krishna's offer. It inspires us to have unwavering faith in the Lord's support and to understand that he will go to any length to uphold righteousness and protect his devotees. May we all strive to cultivate such faith and devotion, recognition the supreme and compassionate nature of Lord Krishna, who is ever willing to uphold truth and protect those who surrender to him. So next sloka, verse 38. We'll go back. Let's see that. Shitavishicahato vichirnadamsha Sataja paripluta atatayino me Prasabam abhisasara matvidhatam Sabhavatu me Bhagavan Kadir Mukunda. Bhishma continues his extolation of Lord Krishna, recalling a dramatic and poignant moment from the battle of Kurukshetra. Let's explore each line in depth. Shitavishikahato vishirnadamsha, struck by sharp arrows with broken armor. Bhishma describes himself as being struck by sharp arrows, his armor shattered. This image illustrates the intense and brutal nature of the battle. Despite his valiant efforts and warrior prowess, Bhishma acknowledged the overwhelming force of the conflicting and physical toll it took on him. And covered in blood by May aggressors, he further depicts himself as drenched in blood and consequence of the relentless attack from his enemies. the severity of his injuries and ferocity of the battle, Prasabam abhisasara mat vidhatam, he rushed towards me to kill me. Bhishma reflects on the moment when Krishna, overcome with righteous anger, rushed towards him with the intent to kill. This act was driven by Krishna's intense love and protection of his devotee, Arjuna, and his desire to uphold dharma. Sabhavatu me Bhagavan Kadir Mukunda. May that Bhagavan Mukunda be my ultimate refuge. Despite the fears and the terrifying nature of this moment, Bhishma concludes with a prayer of devotion. He prays that the same Bhagavan Mukunda, another name of Krishna, meaning the giver of liberation, may be his ultimate refuge. Bhishma acknowledges Krishna's supreme power and seeks solace in his divine grace. Bhishma's recognition of Krishna's dual nature, his fierce protections of dharma and his boundless compassion for his devotees. Bhishma's vivid recollection of Krishna's fierce charge towards him, despite his own condition, underscores the Krishna's commitment to his devotees and his readiness to intervene personally in their defense. Bhishma's prayer reflects his deep understanding of Krishna's divine nature. Even in the midst of the battle and facing death, Bhishma's devotion remains unwavering. He seeks the ultimate refuge in Krishna, recognizing him as the supreme savior and protector. For devotees, this verse is a powerful reminder of Krishna's omnipresence and his readiness to protect, liberate his devotees. It encourages us to cultivate deep faith and unwavering devotion, trusting that Krishna will always be our refuge and guide, no matter the circumstances. May we all find inspiration in the Bhishma's devotion and seek refuge in the compassionate and all-powerful, dedicating our heart and lives to his divine service. Hare Krishna Mataji. Can anyone recite this translation?
Okay. May he, Lord Sri Krishna, personally of Godhead, who awards salvation, be my ultimate destination. On the battle he charged me, as if angry because of the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows. His shield was scattered, and his body was smeared with the blood due to the wounds.
Thank you.
Mataji, you want me to read the next one?
No, Mataji. Can you can some other Matajis recite this translation?
I can recite it, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Fulfilling my vow and sacrificing his own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up its wheel, and ran towards me hurriedly, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant. He even dropped his outer garment on the way.
Thank you, Mataji. And 36, someone can recite translation.
36?
Yes.
Can I?
Yes, Mataji.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay. When Arjuna was seemingly polluted by ignorance upon observing the soldiers and commanders before him on the battlefield, the Lord eradicated his ignorance by delivering transcendental knowledge. May his lotus feet always remain the object of my attraction. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, one more translation is there. Yeah, can someone read this? Anyone, Mataji?
In obedience to the command of his friend, Lord Sri Krishna entered the arena of the battlefield of Kurukshetra between the soldiers of Arjuna and Duryodhana, and while there he shortened the life spans of the opposite party by his merciful glance. This was done simply by his looking at the enemy. Let my mind be fixed upon that Krishna. Thank you, Mata.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. So for devotees, so may we all find inspiration in the Bhishma's devotion and seek refuge in the compassionate and all-powerful Mukunda, dedicating our hearts and lives to his divine service. So Chanakya Pandit, he is making a very significant point. This is how an intelligent person should spend this day, this time. Kala, how? In the morning. Prata Kale Dhyuta. You should think about Ratru Chaura Prasanga. At night he should discuss about stealing and robbery, and in the way Kala Chanchad Dhimatam. An intelligent person should spend this time reading Bhagavatam. Chanakya Pandit has very wonderful given a hidden meaning. Parok Swadam Mama Priyam. Krishna says indirectly speaking is very dear to me. Chanakya Pandit has used that principle. What is Parok Shavat? What is indirect speech? Pratakale Dhyuta Prasanga. In the morning one should discuss that Prasanga which is Mahabharata. Why? Because in the Mahabharata there is a Bhagavad Gita. So early in the day one should hear from the Bhagavad Gita how to lead one's day. Majjanecha Stri Prasangataha. In the afternoon one should discuss the pastime about Stri, that is Ramayana. And we know all the twist and turn into the pastime or because of Stri Prasanga. We see how Kaikeyi gets a boon. How she mentioned that to Mantara. Mantara tells his back to Kaikeyi to a crucial time. Mother Sita gets banished, that she gets kidnapped. And then Mandodari and so on so forth. So in the afternoon one should hear about Ramayana. To know how to have wonderful relationships, how to deal with people. Not just machine management, man management, which the Ramayana teaches. At the end of the day, at night, Ratro Chaura Prasangena, which means one should hear about he who is the greatest thief, Sri Krishna. Therefore, Prabhupada said, at night, Krishna book and a hot milk. This is very wonderful. Hot milk at the night is very Ayurvedic. It gives nice sleep. And Krishna book, Ratro Chaura Prasangena. Please note, I mentioned that the hot milk gives sleep. Not the Krishna book, but hearing about Krishna at night is very wonderful. Krishna is the greatest thief. Shri Radhyaya Ritasya Tri Chauram Nava Ambutaksha Malankanti Chauram Padashratana Chasamashta Choram Chauragraganyam Purusham Namami. Oh, Krishna says, Bilvamangala Tagore with so much affection. These acharyas write. They don't write it, with distance. They talk to Krishna. They write about Krishna with so much mamata, with so much sneha, with so much love. Sneha Pash. They are binding Krishnas with the ropes of affection. Sri Radhikaya Giritya Sri Chauram. Sri Radhikaya Hridarasya Choram. Hey Krishna, hey Govinda, you are stealing the heart of Srimati Radharani. What to speak of heart Srimati Radharani? Nava Ambudashas Malakanti Choram. You have even stolen the complexion of a freshly formed rainfall cloud. Hey Govinda, Pada Ashratanam Samasta Choram. Anyone who comes to you and gives himself to you, he has painstakingly collected so much pop over so much lifetimes. And one name of the steal is Ave Krishna. Aneka Janma Arjita Papa Choram. Aneka Janma. In innumerable lifetime. Archita, with so much hard work, Papa. They have committed sin. Chauram, you have stolen it away. So it is very sarcastic way of glorifying Krishna. You are such a big thief. Chauram. Chauragraganyam purusham namami. Yes, rasoham apsya kaunteya. Among this, I am this. Among this, I am this. But among the thief, you are Krishna. There's no one equal to you. You cannot just like you say Krishna. Among the warriors, I am so and so forth. Among the mountains, I am Meru. But amongst the thieves, you are yourself. There is no one like you. And therefore, Pilvamangala Thakur says, Krishna, you are a thief and you are such a big thief. You are a criminal offender and therefore there is no, a prayachita for you and therefore no atonement. The only punishment that is possible for you is that you should thrown in a very dark prison house. And it should be very dirty. And even if you want to get out, you should not be able to get out. And you should be tied up and you should be completely helpless. Sripad Pilvamangala Thakur says, Krishna, there is a prison house of my heart. Ridha Madi Karagrahe Vasas Adar Ridaye Madiye. Please live in the prison house of my heart. Why? It is very dark because of avidya. And it is very dirty because of sticky, slimy, subtle and gross material desires. And if you want to get out, you cannot get out. Pravishta Karana Randraina Swana Bhava Saror Yuham Donuti Shamala Krishna Salilasya Yatasha Arat. You have to enter, you cannot get out. But now, what you will end up doing is, you will end up cleaning the jail yourself, the jail of my heart. And you will be bound my prema pash by the shackle of my affectionate service to you. So in this way, Radro Chaurot Prasangena Kala Kachatat Dimatham. At night we should hear about Krishna. So according to Chanakya Pandit, Prata Kale Dhyutacha Prasangam. Morning time we should hear about Mahabharat. And that introduce our topic of Bhishma Dev. Now let us go into the pages of that Mahabharat to see what they mention about Bhishma Dev. Now, thanks to his grace, B.R. Chopra ji, if not for other session of the Gita, at least Hare Krishna Mataji's Prabhuji's, which sloka do you remember? In India, every people knows about that sloka. Once upon a time, in my childhood time, every Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, they put this serial, Mahabharat. Have anyone seen that? Have anyone remembered that sloka?
Yes, Mataji.
What sloka?
Yes.
What sloka?
Yes,
Bhagavad Gita
yes,
4.8. What sloka?
Paritranaya sadhunam dharmanaya yadahi dharmasya.
Yes, both of them.
Yeah.
Yes, both the sloka.
Yeah.
Yeah, can anyone recite the sloka?
Yeah, yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyudhanam adharmasya tadatmam srujamyaham.
Thank you, Mataji.
Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavam.
Wonderful, Mataji. Thank you. These two verses, the whole India has learnt. And and again, Mataji's which sloka I can give you one clue. Another sloka. 2.47. Karmanyave vadikaraste.
Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadashana ma karma phalahetubhu ma to sangosva karmani.
Thank you, Mataji. Is their own self-study. People have learned it on their own with the commentary of their own. This verse. We can hear all this. People speak about Gita. One time, one Prabhuji devotee, they were going book distribution in the local train and December time, So all devotees are very enthusiastic. So he went around with the Bhagavad Gita and one senior gentleman said, I know all this, Ma Faleshu Kadachana. He was giving his purport to that. This Prabhuji listened. And then he said, 3 minutes Gita Suna. So then he repeated what is being forwarded on Facebook and other media, do this way, do that way. So then he listened to him and then he started preaching to him. You did not read Bhagavad Gita? You don't, because your face, you have a question mark when I'm speaking all this. I think you have not studied. Study Gita, everything is on that. So that that Prabhuji tell to the who is selling the Prabhuji. He's just telling to him. So he took his advice. He was reading Gita, the Prabhuji. Now he was in the 19th chapter. He still not found it. So interestingly, in the pages of the Mahabharata, the story of Bhishma Dev has been described, which again coming back to B.R. Chopra's Mahabharata has been very wonderfully made popular in India. Of course, there are some tweaking done for TRP also with some masala here and there, but at least for the fact, on a Sunday morning when you would get out, you would see no one on the street. You could predict Mahabharata is going on 9 a.m. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarsayo viduhu. So because of that, the story of Bhishma Dev, most of us are aware of. But however, there will be some misunderstanding which can be solved during the session. As to why Bhishma Dev kept quiet during the Draupadi Vastraharan. Why Bhishma Dev fought from opposite side of Krishna's camp. If Bhishma Dev is a great devotee, why was he politically in nature? Just like we have questions about Sri Krishna sometimes which great clarified Prabhupada's philosophy, these questions on the identity of Bhishma Dev will be sorted out during this session. So let us quickly recap what we all have heard to refresh our memory on Bhishma Dev's glories. So it's described that once upon a time, there was a very great yajna being performed by Lord Brahma. And this was in Brahma Loka, and many great sages were invited. Demigods were invited. And among the prominent celestial rivers, Mother Ganga's position is worshipable. And she was also there. Also among the kings, there is a mention of a king by the name Maha Abhishek, who was present in this assembly. So King Maha Abhishek, who was present, his position in the yajna was diametrically opposite to Mother Ganga's position. Mother Ganga was sitting on the other side of the yajna, and he was sitting on this side of the yajna and just looking at the beautiful face of Ganga Devi. Maha Abhishek Raja got attracted. Surely enough, Mother Ganga is very beautiful and she is very purifying. Adi Shankaracharya and his Ganga Stotram writes, Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Gange Tribhuvana Tarini Tarala Tarange Shankara Mauli Viharini Vimale Mama Matimastan Tavatak Kamale. Very beautifully he says, Devi Sureshwari, hey goddess among the celestial beings, Devi Sureshwari, Bhagavati Gange, O Gange, Tribhu Vana Tarini, Tarala Tarange. Your restless waves can purify the 3 planetary system, Tribhu Vana Pavini, and Shankara Mauli, Viharini. You spot on the head of the Lord Shiva and Vimale. You are free from all impurity, and therefore Mama Matim Astan Tavatta Kamale. Please bless me that my mind and my conscience can be at your lotus feet. Ganga Taranga Maniya Jata Kalapam Gauri Vibhum Shita Gauri Nirandaravi Vibhu Shita Vama Bhagam Narayana Priya Madanga Madapahar Marana Sipura Patim Bhaja Vishwanatham. Kashi Vishwanath has been described in his first verse with the first word Ganga Taranga. Raman hiye jata kalapam. You are he who holds Ganga on top of your head. So Lord Shiva is described with Ganga. Ganga Taranga. Raman hiye jata kalapam. Gauri nirandaravi vibhushita vama bhangam. So in this way Ganga Devi was on the other side of the yajna and King Maha Abhishek looking at Ganga Devi's beautiful moon-like face. He got attracted and both of them were mutually so attracted and mutually coupled and intervened with the affection that Brahmaji, because he has forehead, he came observe everything at the same time. He can observe all aspects. So he did see this Brahmaji. He invited both of them and he said, this is not an assembly where you get mutually attracted to each other. Here is the place where you have to pay attention to the yajna and both of you are so respectful people. This Brahmaloka is not the place for mutual male-female affection. You have to overcome this and therefore I curse both of you. It is a blessing but it is a curse. Externally a curse, internally a blessing. Please go on Bhumandala, Mother Earth, and that's the place where you have Shastriyas Mithoni Bhava Metat. You can be coupled together with mutual affection. You finish whatever you have to do and then you come here. So both of them accepted and Raja Maha Abhishek was asked, where do you want to appear? Raja Maha Abhishek said, I want to appear in the Chandra Vamsha. Chandra Vamsha is a very glorious. Surya Vamsha is the dynasty of sun where Ramachandra appeared. According to Shastra, it's described Ramachandra has 12 main qualities. Transcendental qualities, unlimited, but 12 stand out. But because the sun also enters 12 zodiac sign in 1 year, they couple together in the same Vamsha. Ramachandra appears in the Surya Vamsha because both of them have 12 facets each. Also, we seen Krishna has 16 primary main standout opulent features. Because the moon has 16 phases going from Amavasya, Pratipat, Vitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panjami, Shasti, Saptami, Ashtami, Navami, Dasami, Ekadashi, Dwadeshi, Trayodasi, Chaturdashi, Purnima. So 16 phases. By the way, coming Monday is Yogini Ekadashi. Mataji's, Prabhuji's just want to remind. Yogini Ekadashi coming Monday. So these 16 phases map to the 16 transcendental qualities of Krishna. So therefore, they couple together and Krishna appears in Chandra Vamsha. So there is so much sign behind who appears in which dynasty also. Dynasty. And Parashuram appears in the Agni Vamsha. Surya Vamsha, Chandra Vamsha, Agni Vamsha. And therefore, there is the hidden meaning when Krishna says. Bhagavad Gita 15.6 Nadat bhashayati suryo. Anyone remember this sloka? Natat bhashayati suryo na shashanko na pavakaha. You can come to any of these vamshas, but that does not qualify you to come to me. It's only bhaktyatva ananya sakya. So Maharaj Maha Abhishek, he said, I want to appear in the Chandra Vamsha. And in the Chandra Vamsha, there is a king by the name Maharaj Pradeep. Not Pratap, but Pradeep. And I want to appear as his son. Surely of Brahmaji blessed him and Raja Maha Abhishek appeared as Shantanu Maharaj, the son of Maharaj Pradeep in the Chandra Vamsha. Now, as we know Maharaj Shantanu's story, Mother Ganga appears, Maharaj Shantanu gets attracted to her. Surely enough, because it is the continuation. It is called as a Parikshit. It is the continuation, it is the appendix of what happened there. So Ganga Devi appears in her form, but she has hidden herself by the Yoga Maya Shakti. So she appears like just a beautiful girl without revealing her identity. And also Maharaj Shantanu has forgotten that he was actually Maharaj Maha Abhishek, who has been cursed so that they can perform their pastimes more spontaneously. he expresses his heart desire to Ganga Devi. Says, I wish I can marry you. Ganga Devi accepts this proposal and says that I will accept on two conditions. One, you should never question me or stop me from doing anything. And second, you should not speak harsh words or rudely to me. Only then you can marry me. Now Grahastha devotees sitting here, you think this is possible in Grahastha's life? Prabhuji's, Mataji's?
No. No, Mataji, no.
No. The husband should...
These are very hard conditions that she put.
Yes.
But he was so desperate to marry her, he fell in love with her beauty. And then he agrees.
Mm-hmm. The husband should not, or the wife should not speak rudely and should not stop the other person from doing whatever they want. No one is even speaking. They are afraid. Mataji's, Prabhuji's. Only
in Western culture it's happening, Mataji. It's reverse.
Okay. But however, this is the case everywhere. Wherever two people come together, it is tough to adjust on the terms of one person. There must be mutual cooperation. However, Maharaj Shantanu, being so much in love with Ganga Devi, he said, yeah, any condition is okay. You decide you can take the third condition also if you want. Ganga Devi said, no, these two are enough. You fulfill them. Then that itself is a big thing. That is itself a big thing. Shantanu Maharaj said, definitely, you do whatever you want. I won't stop you. Yet at the same time, I will never speak harsh, rude words to you. I will always be very loving and affectionate. Ganga Devi agreed and they got married. Surely enough, after that they had their first child and Shantanu Maharaj was so happy, Ganga Devi took that child and threw in the Ganga. Of course, she was not portraying herself as a Ganga Devi. So here was Shantanu Maharaj's wife who snatched Shantanu Maharaj's child, like Kamsa snatched Devaki's child and threw into the water, and child drowned and died. Finished, and second child, the third child, the fourth child, and fifth child, and sixth child, and seventh child, one after another, Ganga Devi was snatching the babies, which Ganga Devi had with Shantanu Maharaj and throwing into the Ganga. Now eighth child. 7 children were murdered like this, and Shantanu Maharaj was he was getting bewildered. How can you stop someone who is mercilessly butchering her own child? She's drawing her own baby. You have to be really cruel. How could anyone do that? For that matter, anyone's baby, even more about our own baby. So when the 8th child was born, she went to do the same. She picked the child almost to throne. Shantanu Maharaj spoke very harsh word of chastisement. He reprimanded her. He said, you crazy lady, you cruel-hearted lady, what kind of mother are you? You are throwing baby one after another and through the water. This is the 8th child. On what basis are you doing this? I have to stop you, unfortunately. This is not proper. Immediately Ganga Devi said, okay, so sign on this paper of divorce. Done. You go your way and I go my way. Because the condition was, you are never going to speak harsh words. And you are never going to stop me and ask me and question me for what I am doing. And now you actually did both of that. You spoke harsh words and you are stopping me from doing something that I want. Shantanu Maharaj said, okay, if that's your desire, you go your way. But I can see you do this. No one can see drowning their own baby like this. At the time, a very beautiful reality was revealed. Ganga Devi spoke. She said, there is a reason why I am doing this. First of all, I am a Mother Ganga herself. And she revealed her form, standing on top of her order carrier, a crocodile. Now, whether it's a crocodile or whether it's an alligator, I don't know. So in Florida, it seems like you don't have crocodile, but you have alligators. And they were giving differences also. If it is dark complexion, if it is a Krishna Varna, it is an alligator. If it is a, Gaura Varna, it is a crocodile. And if the jaw opens up like a V, then it is a alligator. Have you anyone heard about this, Matajis? Prabhujis?
No.
And it's more, so forth. The Tribanga Lalit, then if it is has a threefold bending, the whatever, if it is a crooked like this, then it's a crocodile. But if it is really sharp, then it's an alligator. The alligator doesn't bite unless attacked. Crocodile, so many differences, technical differences. But as far as Shastra is concerned, Ganga Devi order's career is something which is in the learning in the dictionary and the words of species looks like a crocodile. Ganga Devi's asanam, the thing is crocodile.
Is crocodile?
Yes, crocodile.
Wow.
So let's just say crocodile. I hope there is no one from Florida who taking ovens here. Someone from Florida? No, right?
No.
Yeah, in this group. Someone says I'm from Miami. You are from Maya and me.
Don't sail on crocodile. Don't trust crocodile.
Yeah.
Every pond has a crocodile and alligators in Florida.
Oh. Then people
Yes.
were love to go there. People love to buy houses there. How come, Mataji?
Well, they even come into the grounds in their lawns and the backyard. It's very dangerous. They suggest that. Actually, 2 years ago, when a little boy was walking, that was in a resort, some hotel. There was a pond there. The family was walking, and the 2-year-old boy was walking right next to the edge of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And a crocodile came and grabbed the baby and started sniffing and scratching and biting the head, and the father jumped in quickly and grabbed the kid away from the crocodile.
Oh my God! Yeah.
So,
Our
very dangerous.
Albany is okay. We have lot of deers, but crocodile is scary, right?
Oh yeah, they're very dangerous actually.
Yeah.
Florida is full of crocodiles and snakes and stuff.
I heard in one of my friends too. They said the crocodiles just come in the roads also.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
In the
You have to
residential
be
area
careful.
too. In the residential area too.
They will warn people, just be careful. They have to put some security guards or some kind of boundary or something like that. But they warn people when they go to resort areas, don't trust the ponds. They're inside sneaky and grab up to the shore and grab you back. Yeah.
But anyway, Ganga Devi appeared in her form and she revealed to Shantanu Maharaj that I am Ganga myself. And I am not killing those babies. I am taking those babies myself and giving them to my other expansion as the river. So the babies are intact. Nothing happening to them. So Shantanu Maharaj said, but what is the justified reason for you to do this? So Ganga Devi spoke a history. Ganga Devi said, once upon a time, Vashishta Muni in Samadhi. And as we know, Vashishta Muni had a Kamadhenu cow, a Surabhi cow, which could give nectarine milk, drinking which one would be young forever. And at the same time, Kamadhenu, a cow, which can fulfill all of one's desires. So that's the Go Seva, that's the spiritual service. At the same time, can fulfill Bhukti Kama, the desires of material enjoyment. We have heard stories of how Vishwamitra Muni even attempted to steal his Kamadhenus once. So there are stories regarding this Kamadhenu. It is very famous Surabhi cow, Kamadhenu, Surabhi cow, and people have tried to steal, Indra had attempted, Vishwamitra had attempted in so many historical narrations, but in the case as Vashishta Muni's ashram had the Surabhi Kamadhenu cow, and Vashishta Muni to add more flavor to it, and it was in deep samadhi with his eyes closed, and the cow was not tied to a pole, it was just free. At the time, the Vasus are the specific, let's say, lineage among the demigods. Just like we have the 12 Adityas are 12 in numbers. They are the son of Kashyapa Muni and Aditya Devi. Then you have the 11 Rudras, the expansion of Lord Shiva. And now you have the 8 Vasus, Asita Vasus. So these Vasus were walking past that ashram. And at the time, the 8 Vasus, whose name was Dio, his wife saw this Kamadhenu and she told her husband, she nudged and she said, I wish I can have this cow. And you know from Mahabharata what happens when your wife asks you for something and you go to get it. Ramachandra was asked by Mother Sita for this golden deer. And the Ramachandra chased the golden deer and Ravana took Mother Sita away. Ado Rama Tapovanadikamanam Ramachandra entered the forest and Ritvam Brigam Kanchanam, the golden deer was taken away. Then Vaidehi Haranam, Mother Sita was stolen, kidnapped, and Jatayu Maranam, and Jatayu had to lay down his life in sacrifice. After which Sugriva Samvashanam, there was a conversation with Sugriva, after which Vali Nikrama Hanam, Vali was killed, and Smudra Taranam, the ocean was crossed, Lanka Puri Tahanam, Hanuman burnt Lanka where his tail was set on fire. Paschat, after the Ravana Kumbhakarna Haram, Ravana and Kumbhakarna were killed. Etadiram Ayanam, Ramayana in one verse. So interestingly, how did the next 3 lines goes? On the basis of Ritvam Brigam Kanchachanam. With the golden deer was stolen, next 3 lines make sense. So here the 8 Vasus, the housewife is asking for this Kamadhenu Surabhi cow and he promised her, yes, I will give you, don't worry. You don't ask me much. Anyway, this is your desire, I will fulfill it. So he calls his 7 brothers, the first 7 Vasus, and chokes out a plan how to steal the cow. And the first 7 brothers says, whatever you decide, we are ready to align. You write the sketch and we will do it. We will execute your plan. We will execute. So the 8th was to plan and all of them go together to steal the cow Kamadhenu. And the Vashishta Muni opens his eyes and he finds them, catches them, live in action. Immediately Vashishta Muni, on the power of his meditation, he cursed all of them to be born on the mother's earth. All of you are acting like a human being. You don't seem like devatas. You act like human beings. Go, suffer, be a human being. There, you do all the stealing, go. So they begged forgiveness. People, hey Sadhu, hey Bhagavan, hey Mahatma, please kindly forgive. Vancha kalpatarusyapcha kripa sindhupe evacha patitanam pavanepyo vaishnavepyo namo namaha. He can uplift the fallen. He can shower mercy. He can fulfill all desires. Hey Vashishta, we made a mistake, but you are great. You please kindly give us shelter. Immediately Vashishta Muni said, of course I can take the curse back, but I can try to reduce the effect. The first 7 was just assisted. So therefore they will go on Mother Earth, they will appear, but as soon as they are born, they will die. So their lifespan on earth will be insignificant. They will come back and become Vasus. But the 8th one who chalked out it, he was the one who planned it. Oh, he will have a really long life. Also in that long life, the added curses, he will have no Shri Shankashuka. He will not have the happiness of female association. So they agreed, but then they asked Vashishta Muni, you have chalked out so much. Can you also bless us that we can have some auspicious birth? Because birth in a right family through the right parents is considered to be the blessing of Supreme Lord. Karamana Devane Trena. So please give us a benediction that we will be born out of a mother who is very holy and very chaste. As a result of the blessing of Vashishta Muni, they appeared as a son of Ganga Devi. And therefore, keeping the word, they promise and the blessings of Vashishta Muni, the first 7 children, Ganga Devi mercifully put them back into the water. So that they don't have to live in this world. While the 8th child, because of the extended blessing of Vashishta Muni, was stopped by Shantanu Maharaj not to be thrown into the water, Ganga Devi spoke to Shantanu, do you realize this, what I was doing? Therefore I told you, please don't stop me from doing what I am doing. Sometime I think it would have been just easier after a marriage for her to tell him that, look, this is my agenda. So first 7 children I am going to put, because they are the son of Vashishta Muni. They are being blessed by Vashishta Muni in the past. But the 8th child, don't worry, you don't have to stop me. He is going to be on this planet for long. His blessing is giving like that. I think in that way things would have been simple. But as you know, Krishna loves to script Leelas in such a way that they can attract the minds of people at large. Ramayana and Mahabharata has so many twists and turns. Our heart loves drama. Our hearts loves suspense. It loves violence. It loves romance. It loves all those twists and turns. Therefore, there are Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, and and otherwood also. But the source, the transcendental spiritual origin of the desire is Krishna Leela. Krishna Leela Pragnatyo Ninyo Doke Ravasare. To sing, to hear, to see Krishna Leela. So Krishna has scripted it very beautifully. They are all eternal associate of Krishna. What we do is karma. We don't decide where to be born. We don't decide how to look. If it was in our control, I think 90% of us would not like the way we look. We would say, if you could have decided and it looks Krishna's, it is good. Krishna did not give us that choice, because we would have still been deciding till now. So Krishna has decided and put us in different wombs, and we did not decide how to look. We did not decide where to be born. So that's the called karma, where we pushed by prarabdha, purva janma, sukriti or dushkriti. But when Krishna decides where to appear, how to look, what to accomplish, etc., it is called Leela, pastime. What we do, this time pass. What Krishna does it, pastime. So when Krishna performs pastimes, he needs help also. So he doesn't do it at all by himself. He needs help, not that is literally needs help, but he engages devotees in his loving services. So there are some who appears before his appearance, some who appear during his appearance, Krishna's appearance, some who appears after his Krishna's appearance. Like in Gaura Leela also we know. Advaita Acharya appears before Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Gadadhar Pandita appears during Mahaprabhu. And we see after Mahaprabhu, everyone up to our Gurudev. Everyone is in that Gaura Leela. They are all appearing to keep the current of Gaur, Achar, Gaura Vichar and Gaura Prachar going. So all of this is scripted because they are all associate of Krishna. So Ganga Devi told Santanu Maharaj, so this is the 8th child. Now we live long by that benediction. Santanu Maharaj said, oh, I did not know all of this. Ganga Devi said, no, now you have lost me. Marriage is over, and this is the tattva behind what happened. So at the point, Santanu Maharaj asked Ganga Devi, so now what are you going? Where are you going? She said, I am going back to heaven. I am going to perform my service from there. I don't want to be with you. So Maharaj Shantanu said, okay, why don't you do this then? Instead of giving me the 8th child, you take him with you. Because there you will have better education, you will have private schools, no public schools, you will have gurukuls, so you will have rishis to teach. So Brahaspati is there, and warfare can be taught, all wonderful education can be given there in Swargaloka. Here what can be given to this 8th child? So you don't leave him to me, you take this child with you. So she agreed. She took this 8th child with her, and in one time Maharaj Santanu was all by himself. Now this child was taken by Ganga Devi. So many rishis in Swargaloka taught the child Shastra. He was personally taught by so many rishis, and it was Parasuram who personally taught this child warfare in Swarga. So we know Parasuram is so powerful. Parasuram was the guru of his child. Many years passed. One day, Maharaj Shantanu came on the banks of Ganga because he was remembering his wife and his children. So he came on the banks and generally Ganga Devi is always flowing with a lot of force. She's very intense. But this day when Shantanu Maharaj was on the banks of the Ganga was not just peaceful, she was also flowing backwards, which was unexpected. Then Shantanu Maharaj tried to look through the source why this was happening. And there he saw someone shooting arrows into the water of the Ganga, and it is able to deflect the flow of the current Ganga Devi on the power of his skill. So Shantanu Maharaj was amazed. There was a 32-year-old young man, and he looked at him. He was so effulgent, and in one time he disappeared. Shantanu Maharaj was just seeing arrows. There was like a nice structure, series of arrows in the water of Ganga, and the water was being deflected backward by the power potency of these arrows. So Shantanu Maharaj, he prayed Ganga. He said, "Who is this very young, handsome, effulgent, capable person?" Ganga Devi reappeared and said, "This is the 8th son, and he has been blessed by the Devatas. Therefore his name is Devavrata. He has been blessed by all the demigods. He is so powerful. He is very charismatic. So his name is Devavrata. And now I think this is the right time he should assist you on Mother Earth." So Devavrata was given to Shantanu Maharaj. He was assisting Shantanu Maharaj in many ways. Shantanu Maharaj, as we know, king, used to have multiple wives. And now the only wife that he's had, Mother Ganga, was also not there. So Shantanu Maharaj he went out of hunt one day. He saw his very, very beautiful girl by the name of Satyavati. This is, I'm going to stop here. This story going to continue next week. So this flashback will just keep it like interestingly, but everyone knows this story. But this is Bishma Stuti session, so I have to how Bishma came from this story. So I have to tell that story. So we will continue next week. Any questions? Any comments?
Very nice, Mataji. Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you, Mataji. I would like to change it in different way, because Bishma Stuti, everyone knows the same way, right? Whatever that. And we can go a little deeper, right? So we can understand the different perspectives. So that is the reason I'm taking little extra session. But same time, if we take a little extra session, we can understand more, right? Yeah, in other way also.
I don't know the story.
Yes,
So,
Mataji. Yeah.
Everyone does not know.
Yeah, right, Mataji. But yeah,
Thank you.
but did you like it, Mataji? Did you like it?
I do like it.
Yeah, okay.
I just
Very
want
nice,
to-
Mataji. Only thing I heard was Ganga Devi says, "I'm going to take this boy and return to you when he's 80 years old." So maybe I heard different ways. So now he is the one who asked Ganga Devi to take the boy. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
again, see, maybe that 8 years old boy only coming back. Now he is the one Bhishma. Yeah, Devavrata. Maybe a little bit slight changes on in all the stories, Mataji. Yeah, in all the scriptures, little changes always there. Yeah. Even you are right. Even I heard the same thing. You are right. Even I heard the same thing, because he give it back to the 8th child. Yeah, to the Shantanu Maharaj. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then he was heartbroken and deprived, so separated. The one you said, Pavana, separation. He was going through a lot, deep depression.
Right.
Shantanu Maharaj. It's very sad, but they went through a lot. All of them went through a lot. So, again, bhakti, bhavana, again, karma, fate. We pay and we repay and all this stuff. Even Devatas have to suffer too. So that's very nice, Mataji. Enjoy.
Thank you, Mataji's, Prabhuji's. Thanks for joining this session. And yeah, Vancha kalpaturusya kripa sindhubheva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. भक्त अनंत भक्त वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपादा की जय, श्रीला गुरु महाराज की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी, हरि हरि बोल, हरे कृष्णा।